and welcome to episode 19 of SOHO Insights.
For each week, we talk about the latest products, services, and trends that help your small office, home office business be more productive, efficient, and fun.
Hello, I'm Kathy.
And I'm Jen, and this week we're talking all about mother-daughter businesses. Being that for the last 4 years.
Mother-daughter team.
Yes. So Ovaleye, we run the business daily, and I'm the daughter, she's the mother, although some people some days say, oh, is this your sister? And Mom says,
I do love that.
Oh,
yes.
You're so sweet. Yeah, that's always fun. So anyway, for the last 4 years, we've run the business as a mother-daughter team, and it's been kind of fun to see in the last year.
Just kind of?
No, I'm saying not about running the businesses that way. I'm saying in the last year, it's been interesting to see that become more of a trend, I think. Yeah. A trend in that we've seen it in Entrepreneur Magazine. They're doing a few different features on other mother-daughter teams that go anywhere from a small service-based business over to full-on products being patented and all sorts of fun stuff like that.
I will say that I don't see very many hosting companies with mother-daughter teams.
No.
Okay, just thought I'd say that.
Yeah. So the other fun part of it is that we had an interview today that's been a year coming. Margot Myers sought us out when we sat down with her. She was our publicist last year, and I have a link over at Ovaleye.tv at our last episode, but I'll make sure I include another one for Margot. She did a great job. She set up this interview because she thought this was a unique component in our business, and the woman that we sat down with today asked some really good questions, and most of all, what I liked coming away from this is hopefully being able to inspire other mother-daughter teams to do something. I hear a lot of women that we speak with have all these fabulous ideas, and maybe all they need is the push from a mom or a daughter to get going on it.
I don't know. It's just the best scenario for me to have my daughter working, and you don't live far away, but also we have a virtual office and FaceTime, and so we basically talk nonstop 7 days. Well, no, we try not to talk as much on the weekends, but
yeah. I didn't know that was like a rule. Is that something that I'm supposed to be doing now? Not talking to you as much on the weekend? I didn't realize that was something
No,
we're
because
doing.
that's the fun times. Yes.
Okay. When we're not talking.
Keep going.
So anyway, the two other businesses that she mentioned, which and I'll make sure at Ovaleye.tv that I add some links of other mother-daughter businesses that might inspire you. But one was Annie's Nanny, which is out in Seattle. The mother started it, the daughter came on, which I thought was really interesting, which is what happened with us. Mm-hmm. And then there's Eco Halloween, Green Halloween. That was another one that she mentioned that's also out of the Seattle area, which is a mother-daughter team. And I believe the daughter started that one.
And she mentioned a whole bunch more, but
yeah.
I was surprised to know.
I'll include links with other ones because you see father-son teams all the time. I feel like
we did talk about that
like
today.
Gary Vaynerchuk and his family business, things like that. But
you do not see a lot of mother-daughter ones.
No, so
at least in the big news.
Now I feel like it's starting to blossom and grow a little bit more. So anyway, there's good things, lots of good things about owning a business with your mom, but we totally realize that we might have a unique situation and that not everyone can go into business with their mother. In fact, that's the question that we get the most is, how do you do it? How do you work with your mom every day?
Easy.
Yeah. So anyway, we're going to go over really fast some pros, and at the very end, we're going to talk about 3 tips to really bring in, to really consider whether or not you can go into business with your mother or your daughter.
Yes.
So the first one was the one that you came up with.
And it is, as a mom, can talk to the daughter anytime I want. And that is so true. I can talk to you, and there's I was saying a con would be maybe the boundaries of doing this, but I can talk to my daughter because of work.
It's that you have to talk to me a lot.
Yes, but it just gives me another excuse to be able to be in your life and also be a part of your ideas. You have some of the best ideas for Ovaleye.
Yeah, so
I get to see her grow from college to now, and then hopefully even farther as we go along with the business.
Yes, but the con is that your mother calls you all the time then.
And emails and texts.
Yeah, no. I
and
think
we do the videos together.
The worst, though, was last year when we were joining partners and doing all sorts of crazy stuff with adding additional cloud services into our business. Mom would wake up well, we both had like some insomnia things, but I think mine was more because I had a new baby that woke me up all the time. So Mom would know that I'd be awake, and she'd text me at 3 a.m. and be like, don't forget to do this. So
then I could go back to sleep.
see, now if I was in a regular partnership, I'd be like, who is this idiot that's texting me at 3 a.m.? But it's my mom, so I can't do that.
Okay, so that's
So
a pro
anyway,
for me.
Yeah,
con
that's a con.
for you.
I don't want to say it's a total con, but it has its ups and downs. So the next pro is flexibility with the baby, and this is one that we hear all the time. People say, Jen, oh, it's so nice that you have your mom living down the street with you so that she can take the baby and watch him. And it's nice because this is his grandma, and it's nice that he can be with his family.
Well, the pro too is that our son is home right now, so he gets to be a part of Kelly's life, and my mother-in-law comes down and feeds the baby when she can. But
Well, and Dad's our technical director, too.
yes, but that's our little support team too.
So the con is that, this is my answer to most people when they ask that, is, well, it is great thing to have that flexibility, but at the same time, it's not like my mother is just living down the street from me. She's my partner. If she's watching the baby, then that means that I can be working, but she's not working. So
I want to
it
build a
defeats the
system that we could just have him in the office at all times. The little workstations he can be.
Well, we do that. We toss him back. We toss the baby.
Here you go, it's your turn.
We pass him back and forth when we're on the phone or something like that. So Kelly's very much an integral part of our business meetings and all sorts of fun stuff.
But this is a dream come true for me as a grandparent mother. So.
Yeah, so going on, though, so same line with family and being raised in a family that you are in a business. I was raised in this family, so this is definitely a pro that I had 22 years of training going into joining this company with my parents. So 22 years where they were building the foundation of our company culture and setting the value system, whereas we just had 2 new partners to join the business, and they are still trying to figure out this whole company culture that we've set up, and they're ex-Amazon and ex-Microsoft.
Yeah, but the best part of what they do, too, is they don't, they know that we've already started this together, and they don't try and, I don't know, crowd it too much or get in the way. They just
but they definitely bring in good perspective.
Yeah,
where
so
it's like,
it
well,
works if you bring in
silly.
as many partners as you want.
As many as we want?
Yeah.
So if you
well,
want
no,
to partner
I don't
with
want any more. I have enough. But it all works
That's
nicely.
funny.
Yes.
So anyway, that's been a major plus, is that we see we understand we have the same background. So the next thing is that we're 2 generations. So while we have that same background and foundation, we have a different perspective and different knowledge base that we can
Well,
bring in.
I see the people too that are my generation that need the website needs or whatever you would do for your businesses. But for us, it's websites, and so I know what my customers need for my generation too, and you know what they need. And your generation needs a whole different kind of website hosting scenario than my generation
Well,
does.
just based on, not even if you're looking at customers, that's definitely a pro, is that you have 2 generations for your customer base, but also from just running the business standpoint, I understand and can catch on, and I'm excited about little things like Twitter and Facebook, and
Yes, you're
Mom takes
definitely
a little
the
bit
cheerleader.
longer to get on top of that.
Well,
but
apparently I don't always sign
So-
my name to these things, to Twitter and Facebook. So.
yeah, so but on, like, you see people of her generation that have to pay thousands of dollars to understand social media and to bring
or
it into
hire
their company
somebody.
or hire
Yeah.
someone. And
A
it's
lot of
nice
people
that
hire.
we're able to do
Keep it in
social media from the top level type
Yes.
of management. So
Okay.
the next one is another pro that we're able to push each other. And you've
And
brought
encourage.
this up so many times. We're able to push each other. It's like, well, what do you mean by that?
Pusher.
Yeah, no. So, what did you mean by that?
Mainly encourage. Your dad and I both do that, but encourage, and pretty much if she has an idea that we're not really excited about, we definitely tell her that too. We're not afraid to tell her.
Yeah, no. It's definitely, they don't walk, I guess any of us really walk the fine lines of trying to hurt, worried about if we're going to hurt their feelings. It's just kind of, we are family, we get over it, and we keep going kind of a stuff, which
Yes.
is really nice for our particular business. And the next one is a con. because my mom raised me, she raised me with certain habits, so those habits have carried over to business, which some of them are really good.
Everybody to know
But
this.
some of them are really good, like work ethic and valuing family, things that we've talked about already, but there's also little habits that are not so good, like snacking. For example, we work together in the same small office when I'm not at my home office. When I'm at my home office, I eat great. I eat all sorts of really good things
It's only
for you.
because of me.
It is because of you. She has gluten-free candy that she thinks is like totally safe from calories or something like that.
Yeah,
and she's
I have
like,
learned
it's gluten-free. It's okay.
I've learned that lesson.
Yeah, so the candy and the wine, it's getting to be harder to lose weight. So that's a con.
Okay.
But anyway, apart from that, here are 3 tips that we've kind of come up when we've looked at the last 4 years and really what has helped us in business. And the first one,
You have
I
to
think,
be
is
committed
really good.
to your business.
Well, and okay, let me say this one. This is a big one for me, and I think for the daughters. I started the business when I was 22. I joined them at 22, right? Right out of college.
Yes.
Hosting, there is some definite startup costs within that, and it takes a while for the business to become profitable. And I think that's the same way in most businesses. You do not make a profit for the first couple of years, right? So as a 22-year-old just out of college, it's nice to have parents that will help you out. But at the same time, I could have at any point just gone and gotten a job that I would have gotten paid much more and been able to be successful. But I was committed.
Well, we really wanted you.
Well, I was committed to Ovaleye, and it took a while to get to be that committed when you're like, I just want to go and make money kind of a thing. But you have to have that long-term vision. And so the committed part is a really good one.
And there's some bumps in the road, so it's nice to know that you're committed.
Okay, say it
keep
nicely.
going.
Number 2 is treat your business as if you would if it was not your family.
Right. I think we do that too.
Yeah, but this was an important one. Especially when we were talking to our lawyer, she was very specific in saying that she's seen cases where, and I think this is everyone, where there's those horror stories of that the family breaks apart because of the business, and bad
we have
things
all
happen.
the safeguards to that too.
Yeah.
We did go through the lawyer, and I think it is we all do. We think it's very important that you do that.
Yeah, so the last one is to have a sense of humor.
Definitely have that.
Not take yourself so seriously, be able to celebrate, have fun, do all sorts of neat things, and
Well,
still
there's
trying to be that
criticism.
mother-daughter.
There's criticism in between all of this or it's kind of like, should you, I don't know. There's a lot of encouraging and also, hey, you should do this a little better. And I think the being happy and fun.
Yeah, at the end of the day, it's not about
Yes.
what are you doing wrong kind of a thing.
Right.
It's that
and you're
fun
celebrating that you've gone through certain
milestones.
yeah, many of them.
Yeah.
So we celebrate
anyway,
a lot.
Yeah, those are 3 tips that you can kind of think about when you are talking to your mother or your daughter about creating a business or whatever it is, starting a new project, all sorts of fun stuff. But those, we're also pro-con lists. We'll make sure we include links over at ovaleye.tv.
Well, I would just one more thing to say before this long episode is over, because we love what we do. We're encouraging all mothers and daughters to think of a business if they can and take that leap and try it out and see what happens. This is Kathy and Jen with SOHO Insights number 19. See you next week.